They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied games that test your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of sports college football? Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Clemson's offense is on the field for the first time today. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed.
He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
First down here for the offense. Now they'll try the right side. And the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football. Because he is not easy to bring down.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Tigers. The special teams with a special capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll do it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And the Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. Running it back, it's Terrell. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the grab at the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dances away from the heat. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Rainbow Warriors will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for a block, it's Terrell. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. That one comes out hot down the right side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. He is flat slinging it. Tigers hope they can put together an offense like that Deshaun Watson-led group in 2015 that went for over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, and he was so hard to stick out. He was fun to watch, and you watch him scramble around, make plays with his legs. And this offense, it's kind of evolved over the years, and they've changed, but it's pretty much the same. They're going to feature their quarterback. They're going to throw the football, and he's usually a dang stud.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read.
Way too easy.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good...
Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
First down to start the drive after the break. Easy. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Witherspoon coming after him. Going to try to get it himself. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On the move, it's Terrell. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Looking to buy time. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Hits the accelerator to the right. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Floating away. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Takes the easy completion. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Big completion. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. To the air, it's Nunez. Pocket starts to collapse. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to the air one more time. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a...
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching.
Nothing but green ahead. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to
do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking to throw, it's Nunez. Using the quick game. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The Rainbow Warriors are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. Down big. Might as well. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking to scramble. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. The quarterback takes a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College. Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Here he comes with the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Auburn Tigers return team didn't help matters out much there. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built, so we got a chance.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll bring it back. It's Terrell. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the Clemson Tigers offense will go to work for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Looking downfield, it's Witherspoon. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game.
And he's running in the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Now the play fake. And the quick shuffle pass underneath.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Now on second down after the incompletion. Looking to pass. It's Witherspoon. Buys a little extra time. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the...
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They think there's room to run to the right here.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to add another. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Witherspoon. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Terrell. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Hey, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think it...
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College. Welcome to Memorial Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Clemson Tigers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
A first down for the offense. They move the tight end all over. Handoff to the lone back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. They're bringing heat. Dances away. He'll pull it down. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Looking to throw, it's Witherspoon. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Headed to the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Clemson. They strike first here in overtime.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Interesting decision here as they'll go ahead and go for 2. Looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. How about the guts, and then it pays off. The 2-point conversion and an 8-point lead in OT. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown.
42, Spider.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
How about this defense? Getting to the quarterback in back-to-back plays. You want to pressure the quarterback. If you get him on the ground, it's gravy. Nice job. 2 sacks in a row, bringing up a 3rd and long situation.
Four down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down here in overtime. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence.
Sports, college football.
Welcome to what Clemson folks call the original Death Valley. Stop and take in this scene. One of the great environments in the sport, and this place is charged up today. And what a matchup we got for you here. Momentum has been building each week, and these two teams have arrived at this big collision, each undefeated. As we'll see the number 13 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going.